Very seldom do I find that a villain was done right. And as far as the ones that impressed me on that end, they're the extremely well-developed, nicely motivated, feared, and also depicted as a person with a personality.
May the tournament finish appropriately. If you don't mind, I will take a glass of orange juice over ice.
Also, I would really prefer it if they don't bite the dust.
Is this a motherfucking JoJo's?
No. In one of those, friendship storms that seems to befall most of these badasses. Now, I decided to make a video, What's in a Villain, starring the Beast Titan in Attack on Titan, because he shattered all of these thoughts of mine by being such an incredible villain and being so simple and so terrifying. At first glance, there were a couple of Titans that breached the wall, and he was just one of the big abnormals that was in the group. In a split second, the world was changed, and that complete contrast not only excited everyone watching, but revealed the tremendous fear in the eyes of the guy who was allegedly second only to Levi. If you want to know why Levi's so strong, I'll put a video in the description, Levi's powers explained by a friend of mine, Anime Uproar. But that's for another day. Meanwhile, while Levi 2, I'm just gonna call him that, was fighting off these regular Titans, this seemingly abnormal Titan was really not paying attention to him, which is not normal for even abnormals. And all of a sudden, it does the unthinkable. It goes for his horse. Something that Titans just don't do. Titans go for humans. They don't go for animals. Again, a contrast that changed our entire perception of this creepy-ass Titan. He had the ability, skill, and strategy to take down Levi number 2. At this point, everyone was mind blown. What exactly is this Wookiee Titan? It reveals another twisted ability that it can control little Titans. Something that only Titan shifters seem to be able to do until this point. But we were used to Titan shifters. We've already seen 2 of them. None of them were able to talk. In a span of 3 minutes, El Chewbacca Cabra over here destroyed like 5 misconceptions that the entire audience had of him, and was only getting worse and worse. Out of all fears, especially irrational fears, the primal fear is the fear of the unknown. And this Titan was wandering into that territory at breakneck speeds. What's worse is that it was interested in the 3D maneuver gear. Aside from exhibiting the intelligence to be interested in anything, despite breaking the emotionlessness of the Titans in general. This guy, who was likely a human shifter, never saw a 3D maneuver gear. He is not from within the walls. These 3 minutes created a terrifying monster to the extent that the entire fan base collectively held their breath, whether they first saw this dude in the manga or whether they witnessed its awesome depiction in the anime. This Titan is all about contrast. Everything it did and everything it probably will do will continue to shatter walls of beliefs in the minds of the cast and in the minds of the viewers, where everyone watching Attack on Titan can tantalize the fear in the hearts of humanity. Furthermore, all these shattered misconceptions came naturally, and he wasn't trying to hide anything, he's just that mind-blowing. He doesn't pull a, "This isn't even my final form," or,
"I'm currently only using 30% of my power."
He just naturally should be feared. Past this point, we don't physically see it do anything, which is even scarier. What's its plan? All of a sudden, all these Titans pop up in the middle of the wall and a city's population disappears. I haven't read the manga to know what happened there. Not to mention how humanity's one safe zone, nighttime, was also brutally torn apart by this hairy behemoth. Not to mention the fear on the faces of Reiner and Berthold when they first saw him, despite the fact that we did not know their truths at that point. What was this guy's purpose for coming in the walls? From our perspective, he came in, killed some soldiers, did titanic damage to a village, and climbed back over the walls. This guy seems to go right beside Megumin as far as fetishes for causing immeasurable, seemingly pointless damage to seemingly abandoned fortresses, only to nonchalantly flee the scene to where he seemingly came from, an outside world, a human living in the outside world. One of the greatest things Attack on Titan has going for it, and this is going on the entire Attack on Titan, the openings are freaking awesome. Now, in Sasageyo, the 3rd opening, at the end of the opening, while everyone's hyped up watching humanity putting up an incredible struggle, dedicating their hearts, which is the translation to Sasageyo, to fighting the Titans despite probable death, we end off with the Beast Titan and his dinosaur and whale buddies with glowing hearts rampaging through the screen. Now, while I do believe that entire thing is just a metaphor for survival of the fittest or something like that, or it's a manga spoiler that I'm not aware of, which I don't believe to be true, the glowing hearts is what I'm trying to bring mention to here. The entire song was singing about dedicating your hearts to fight, to save humanity, even with small chances of success. And even if there is a success, chances are you won't survive. After all that dedicating of hearts, we see a terrifying, common collected rampaging beast and his buddies with dedicated hearts. A contrast that switches the same sentence that the singer was singing for the last 30 seconds from energizing hype music to an intelligent, deadly march of unknown tremendous proportions. So, what are the details that make this sparsely seen Beast Titan such a tumultuous villain? Well, in my opinion, it's the fact that he is literally a living, overwhelming contrast with life as we knew it, in every minute, insignificant action that he does thus far. And believe it or not, I made this whole video on a guy who only had like 5 minutes of screen time in an anime. That just goes to show how much of an impression this hairy putz leaves on the mind of the viewers. This is my first What's in a Villain video. I really wanted to do it because the Beast Titan is a freaking intriguing feller, and if you liked it and want more, yeah, I can make it a series. It's fun enough for me. If you do want more, the easy way to let me know is to like, comment, and subscribe. Feel free to follow me on Twitter too. I'll link in the description as well, so you can be among the voters what you want next. For the most part, I try to do what you guys want. That's correct. A sarcastic anime trailer on Attack on Titan is coming. Have yourself a most wonderful evening.